Hello there. Welcome to Ivy's Fortress. I'm Ashante, your reading friend, and we are going to be reading Music is a Rainbow. And it is by Bryant Collier, a four-time Caldecott honoree. So I can already sense this is going to be a magnificent book. So I'm not going to keep talking and carrying on. I'm going to get started reading. The sounds became music, and the music changed into colors. The rainbow had found him. A young boy remembers quietly watching his father read the paper and sip a cup of coffee. He remembers his sweet mama who lovingly pressed away the wrinkles on his clothes. But his father is often away, and then tragically his mama falls ill. But through his love of music, he feels his father's warm hugs and his mother's kisses. He learns to relax, shine, and dream as the music fills his soul. From four-time Caldecott honoree Bryant Collier comes a moving and gorgeously illustrated exploration of healing the soul through music. So, music does a lot for me, and it's kind of what captured my eye when I was looking at this cover. I saw the word music immediately, but then of course I saw the radiant colors and this child who seems to be so peacefully happy and enjoying whatever sound the author illustrated in these pages. So I know that's a unique way to say that, but when music is so tangible sometimes to me, and often very much the opposite as well. You cannot touch music, but it's the experiences, the memories that get created when you hear a song from the past that gives a nostalgic feel, or one of your favorite songs from a time period in your life. It's almost like you can just reach out and touch where you were when you first heard that song, or when you fell in love with it for the 10,000th time. So music is definitely a rainbow. It's something that calms me after a storm. I don't even know if I deserve the storm, but after a storm. So, yeah, music is a rainbow. It was early morning, the only time the boy had with his father. He would watch as Daddy read the newspaper and sipped his cup of coffee. Daddy would always pretend to be surprised when he caught sight of the boy in the doorway, but of course he knew he was there the whole time. Every morning, Daddy called his son over, pressed 2 quarters in his hand, hugged him, and whispered a prayer in his ear. Son, life is full of holes. You may want to close them up to keep out the storm, but make sure to leave room for the rainbow to find you. Broken is beautiful. Every morning, the boy would watch his father leave for work, and every morning, this is what it felt like. The boy loved his time with his mother, too. Every day, Mama beamed with joy as she pressed away the wrinkles from his clothes before school. She kissed him 2 times on his forehead and rubbed oil on his face until he shined bright as the sun. Mama's love was sweet, sweet like penny candy. I remember when I read this the last time with my daughter, she asked me what penny candy was, and once upon a time, candy used to be worth a penny, so they called it penny candy. But on his 7th birthday, something went wrong. Mama got sick, and Daddy said she had to go away for a while. And this is what it felt like to the boy. Now the boy sat alone in his room in the dark, and then he heard it. Music coming from behind the pictures hanging on his wall. Suddenly the boy could relax in the blue and green. He could shine in the yellow and red, and he could dream in the purple and pink. And like his daddy's hugs and his mama's kisses on his forehead, music was a rainbow of love. There's our cover art. But that feeling didn't last long, because his friends were outside waiting for him to get into trouble. Oh no. Known in the streets as the Southside Bandits, they would sneak into ice cream trucks and go joyriding. They were eager to get into more mischief. But as soon as he discovered the movie theater, something in his head and heart said, "Stop!" So he did. Now the boy sat alone in the theater in the dark. He loved the smell of buttery popcorn. When the movie began, the music started too. The boy closed his eyes and saw the purple, red, yellow, and green light that chased all that darkness away. The boy could relax. He could shine, and he could dream. And the music was love. Love like Daddy's hugs and Mama's kisses on his forehead. But that feeling didn't last for long. One day, bored and hungry, he and the boys got an idea. They broke into the rec center through a half-open window in the back of that alley. With no real plan, they just ripped and ran from one room to another until someone discovered the pantry cupboard where all the goodies were stored. But then he found a room with a piano, and something in his head and heart said, "Stop!" So he did. Good thing he listens to his heart. On the piano, he hit one white key, and then he hit all the white keys. One by one, he hit all the black keys too. Loving the sound each key made, he combined the sounds by running his fingers from the highest, softest notes like Mama's voice to the lowest and deepest notes like Daddy's voice. The boy could relax. He could shine, and he could dream. That was like my experience when I started on the piano before I had lessons and learned to read music. I would sit at the piano and tap the keys until a musical sound popped up into my head. And the boy remembered what his daddy told him. "Son, life is full of holes. You may want to close them up to keep out the storm, but make sure to leave room for that rainbow to find you. Broken is beautiful." And as the boy continued to play, the sounds vibrated through his body. The sounds became music, and the music changed into colors too. The rainbow had found him, and then that feeling lasted forever. The end. I'm also going to read the author's note as well, so you can get a little bit of a bigger picture of why this book was written. This book was inspired by three main elements: world-class poet, artist, and activist Maya Angelou, the well-known poem "The Road Not Taken" by beloved American poet Robert Frost, and supernova Quincy Jones, a renowned musician, producer, and humanitarian. The thread that connects all these sources of inspiration for me is the choices one makes when faced with life's storm or dark places. Time after time, the boy discovers that music is his light or rainbow in the midst of darkness. The book was painted in watercolor and collage on canvas and tells the story of an African-American boy confronted with feelings of abandonment when his father leaves for work every morning and when his mother falls ill. He discovers music, and music is his rainbow. Peer pressure from his friends puts a cloud on him to do bad things on the streets, but the boy takes a different road and chooses music, and music is his rainbow. Even if a story starts out sad, that you'll want to cry, a river wetter than tears, God always puts a rainbow in the clouds. Thank you, Maya Angelou, Robert Frost, and Quincy Jones. But also thank you from us readers to you, Mr. Bryant Collier. Now, I hope this book reminds you of the power of music and how it can bring people together, but also lighten your own soul when it's feeling heavy. Well, that's all I have for you friends today. Catch you next time. Bye. We truly enjoy sharing our adventures with you here at Ivy's Fortress. If you do too, like our videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, what are you doing? It is your choice, but we'll race you there. Bye.